for the women's 400 freestyle.
Streisand.
Now the walkout, the parade here, the women's 400-meter freestyle. Katie Ledecky, as you might expect, holding down that #1 honor in the world in this event. Not competing anywhere this weekend. Getting ready in her own way, and the way she's owned this event, she's allowed to get ready however she would desire for the trials and for Rio.
8 of the 10 fastest times in history, including the top 3. Certainly has this opportunity to kind of get her mind right for Omaha and certainly on to Rio.
See this parade of athletes coming out. You get the trials experience for someone that's been through it before, but we always focus on who's going to be in those top 2 to earn all the spots for the United States to advance to the Olympics. But just getting trials experience, got a bunch of teenagers here in this race in the 400-meter freestyle for the women. But just to get a taste of going to the trials, and even though you know you have no shot, but just to get that chance to better your record and get the experience and maybe build on something for 4 years.
I couldn't agree more, Jason. To have that experience and to go to the Olympic trials, it's unbelievable. And we'll talk a little bit more about that if we get into the race.
Speaking of athletes ticketed for Rio already, Bronte Barrett of Australia in lane /6, 3-time Olympian for her country. Bronze in the 200 free in 2012, beat Missy Franklin there by 1/100th for that bronze medal. Jessica Ashwood in lane #5. Another Aussie, the top qualifier in this event, the prelim, went 2:35.93, excuse me, 4:10.48 in the prelim. Split times in the 2s there, but bronze medalist of the Worlds in this event last year certainly figures to be at the front. The Aussies have done themselves proud so far in this day.
They certainly have. Again, this meet is one of several going on all across the country. Another Arena Pro Swim happening in Indianapolis, as we've mentioned. Big meet in Texas. Tennessee has a big meet. And Leah Smith, who did swim in Indianapolis, that pro swim went a 4:03.3 just a little while ago, and that all of a sudden becomes the 2nd fastest time in the world, Jason, in the world this year, behind Katie Ledecky. So right now the United States has a nice little 1-2 punch going on in that 400 freestyle.
Chelsea Chanot, top-seeded American in this race in lane #4, USC at age 21. Ashwood, 23. Barrett, the old grizzled veteran at 27. Everybody else in the pool is a teenager, including 4 of them 16 years and younger.
Yeah, and they will be going to the Olympic trials, and they'll grab that great experience as we were talking about. The Olympic trials is really unlike any other meet that you'll ever go to. And it really is spectacular, especially the way USA Swimming in Omaha, and everybody there has been able to
Bronte Barrett, who is our current leader, 59.14 for Barrett.
There'll be almost 2,000 athletes, but it's when you walk out on that deck and have 15,000 people in the stands every single day for 8 straight days, you just can't help to get excited. And to have that kind of experience is very important for these young teenagers to plow through the next 4 years.
One of those teenagers we talked about, Miranda Heckman, who just turned 15 years of age last month, is in 3rd right now, tracking Barrett and Ashwood. Chelsea Chanot now edging ahead of Heckman for 3rd position. And we talk about Omaha. We've been seeing on social media the pool starting to be constructed there inside the venue as they put it together for the trials here in just about 3 weeks.
Yeah, the water starts to pour into that pool starting on Monday, and we are 3 weeks away on Sunday from the coming up very shortly. And I was talking to Jessica Hardy a little while ago, and I said, what are you most excited about the next 3 weeks? And she said, rest, taper. nothing better than taper. And that's where, after this meet, it's all downhill. It's just total. Basically, you walk into the pool, put your foot in, and say goodbye. That's about as much swimming as they'll do. Not quite literally, but figuratively speaking, they won't do a lot in the next 3 weeks. Just fine-tune something.
Don't know if you were invited, but they have a ceremonial first spray of the water there in Omaha to start to fill it up and back up a fire truck to kind of get things going.
Yep, that's exactly what they do, and I would have loved to have been there, but duty calls elsewhere for me. But I will be there in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
can't wait.
You'll be there for some celebration splashes for top 2 finishers who get that honor of representing the United States going forward in those individual events. Final 100 here coming up, and Ashwood surging ahead of her Aussie teammate by a little over a second.
Well, I have had the great fortune of having been to, this would be my 10th straight Olympic trials that I've gone to, 2 as a swimmer, and the rest as a broadcaster, and each and every one of them is just incredible. You really can't take your eyes off the pool for race racing.
Certainly some things are expected in this race. The presumed winner, Katie Ledecky, but the unexpected always seems to pop out.
And that's exactly right. That's what happens, and when you have that many athletes competing, a lot of surprises happen. You'll see some great swimmers. I mentioned this in Charlotte. You'll see some Olympic champions, perhaps, that won't make the Olympic Games. So that kind of wacky 8 days.
Ashworth finishing strong here. 3rd best time in the world this year. Closing in with another solid effort here at 4:03.91. And still in the mix for a top 5 time in the world this year. Gets the win, Barrett in 2nd, and Chanot able to jump into the 3rd spot, the midway point, and holds on to that at the finish.
2 good back-to-back swims for Jessica Ashwood. One in the prelims, going 4:10, floating into the finals. But another good backup swim to her 4:03.7 that she went at the Olympic trials just 2 months ago. So she's well on her way to definitely finaling and maybe being on that medal stand when we get to Rio. Good solid body position in the water, nice line, great posture, good pull underneath the water, good little flutter kick going on behind her. And again, you can see that white water behind her, that head down in line with her spine, so she gives her a much better line into the wall and finishes up just under 4:04. 2:01 going out in the first 200, 2:02 coming back the second 200. Solid swim for Jessica Ashwood.
Bronze medalist in the 400 free at the Worlds in Kazan, Russia last year. She's joining us now. Jessica, congratulations. You starting to really feel comfortable here in this 400 free in the last year plus?
Yeah, definitely. It's not something I used to look at as a main event, but after last year's results, I really wanted to do a lot more speed work and see what I can do leading into Olympics this year.
Well, what'd you think about that swim? Were you surprised with that 4:03? I know you all are in some pretty heavy training.
Yeah, very surprised with that. I do come into these meets with high expectations for myself because I tend to be able to swim well while I'm in hard training. So I was hoping to go a 4:04 and was able to go a 4 just under that. So I'm very happy with the swim.
Great job. 2:01, 2:02, by the way, on your splits.
Oh, awesome, yeah. That's how I like to swim it. Normally I like to even and almost negative split it, so I'm very happy with that.
The smile says it all. Pleased with her performance, the numbers, and the win. Jessica, congratulations.
Thank you.
Jessica Ashwood, bronze medalist at the Worlds in this event last year. Been more of a distance swimmer, but settling in here at the 400 and a threat to be on the podium for her country in Rio in just about 2 months' time. More action coming up from Santa Clara in a moment.